All right.
Computer Arch. God damn it, Computer Arch! Get me out of here.
All right, everyone. Are we good to go? Yeah?
Oh,
I
let me get in character.
the I can't do There you go. I feel like I should dress up. I was watching a stream earlier that they were all dressed up.
Fun.
Seemed legit. Anyway, Apostle is amongst us.
Hail, Apostle.
Hail, Apostle. Hail and well met. All right. Well, everybody, welcome back. I'm glad you joined us. Hopefully last week was good and your week in between was even better. So, we are into night 6 of Theros, Champion the Gods. This wayward band of intrepid champions and apostates are out and about, and they managed to land on their third, yes, a prostate. Apostatutes. Anyway, so they managed to get to their third island in the Dakra Isles, this maze, if you will, of transient isles that come and go. There is no north, south, east, or west, or proper way to navigate them. You just end up where the gods wish. And in fact, before you landed on this most current isle, you had a close encounter of the god kind, where Erois came down to warn you all that the knowledge you had received was one of danger, and one that should not be shared willy-nilly, if you will. In the middle of that conversation, 2 other gods decided to come down and tell him that he was a damn fool and to stay out of other people's business. Shortly later, you all came to an island, the Isle of Adonis and Aliki. You made contact with the Aliki tribe, a band of women warriors, were taken prisoner, and then in the middle of the night, taken prisoner yet again by the tribe of Adonis. Where we are now, it is the middle of the night. It's early morning on the first day of the new year. And that's, let me find the right map here. That's where we're going to pick up. Apostle says, if I had to say, you'd meet Mogus for the first and last time. Luckily, you guys haven't met Mogus yet. So, you all find yourselves, it's early morning or late night, depending on your preference. You've been awake since early morning the day before when you got off your boat. And you're now standing in the middle of this lit but dark camp. Ezrin, I need you to do a couple checks for me.
Okay.
First of all, I need you to make 1 constitution check.
Like Constitution save or just Constitution?
Save, yep. And your previous isle, your previous island, you should have a number of extra advantages.
Oh, that's right. I have advantage.
I don't know how many you have.
I had 4, so I think you have the same.
Yep. So 16.
That's much better.
Let me mark one of those off.
Yeah. So you are tired, but you're not exhausted. But you are tired. We'll go ahead. Well, and I want you to roll 1 more Constitution saving throw.
Do I do this one with advantage too then?
Yes. A 10. Sitting in this camp, you're not sure why, but you're feeling real irritable. Hostile, if you will. What do you want to do? You're up first.
Looking around and I say, why have you taken us here? Where are we?
the person that is sitting in front of you outside of his tent looks at you and says, "Welcome. We have rescued you. And you are in the camp of the Adonis tribe. You are safe here."
Why do you think we need rescuing? It's like it's raining men here.
Yes, it is raining men. And it seems like it might rain later tonight or maybe tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, our mage, Photios, he was scrying on the Aliki, and he witnessed you all being held captive against your will. And so he rescued you.
I feel like you guys are like bicker here, fight here. Oh, they fight me, I fight them. Why don't you just come together?
If only we could. They are savages. They kill and maim and rape. They are evil.
What I saw is when we talked to them, they were willing to talk to you, and then you came in, stormed in with no talking.
And you notice that there's some people that are kind of shifting back and forth, and other people kind of like stamping their spears, and kind of agitated at your mention of your even slight mention of peace.
Tell me, why do you fight? What is your story? Why fight?
Why do we fight?
You?
No, why do we fight?
No, we. Like, yes, we.
Oh, okay. Why do we... okay, you're confusing me now. Why does the Adonis tribe fight the Aliki tribe?
Yes.
Oh, it goes back generations, young one. The men were imprisoned, enslaved by this evil, vile tribe for generations. And then our forefathers rebelled and had the upper hand. And
interesting that they have a very similar story.
do they? Well, you see, we got the upper hand, and then, well, there's a tit for tat, and they rebelled against us in turn. And so for the last several decades, there has been near constant war.
So do you tell me, were you there when it began with your forefathers and they passed these stories down to you similar with the other tribe?
So there's an individual that speaks up behind you, and he says, "I was there. I saw it. I saw the slit throats, and the blood pooled on the ground, and the whooping of celebration from the Aliki. I was there. I will never forget."
You were a slave to them?
I was. My father and my father's father was.
What happened to them?
They died. All of them. In their sleep. Lucky.
Are you sure there was not a carbon monoxide leak?
It is the most dangerous of D&D deaths or of events.
Splitting the party and carbon monoxide poison.
That's right. Lucky, I need you to do a Constitution saving
Third is
throw.
actually sepsis.
Who's next to me? I guess Lucky or Dianomenos. I'll just lean into you and say, I think they are raging idiots.
Do I get advantage or not?
If you got advantage on the last one, I didn't write it down.
I don't remember. I don't think I did.
Here, let me see if I can find it.
I had 4, so I think you might have had 3.
Let me see. You were...
Yeah, I had 3.
You got 3. Yep. So Theodore got 5. Ezra got 4. Lucky got 3. Rex
Excuse me, voice of God. It's Theodore. Theodore.
I'm just gonna call you Theo. You got so Rex and Tari got 2. Who are we missing? Dianomenos got 2 as well.
So no advantage?
You do get advantage. You get 3 overall, so you just use 1. Or you will use 1. And you got 10. So you are feeling real tired, and from here on out, you will get, unless you take a long rest, you will get disadvantage on saving throws, on ability checks, I should say.
Disadvantage. Oh no.
Unless you take a long rest.
Okay. Anything else?
Anything else you want to do?
I mean, do I have to do any other Constitution?
Nope.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask: do you guys still have slaves? Do you still have slaves over there? Did the Aliki still have some of your men as slaves?
Occasionally they do take prisoners, and well, I mean that is how we procreate these days.
Oh,
By force.
Oh dear.
so
Oh,
they just kidnap you?
oh dear.
Oh God!
Yes,
Oh,
we call
no.
it snoo snoo.
Oh no.
My
Call it
comprehension.
the old snatch snatch.
I feel very uncomfortable in this place all of a sudden.
You see that neither tribe has great numbers, and there are times where we do need to replenish our tribes, and there's
So
only
where-
one way to do that.
So where are the children? Who cares for them?
We try not to do that ever, and so there has not been a snoo for at least how old? Let's see. Let me see. Which one of you are the youngest? I don't know. Photios, how old are you? And he looks and he says, I am 23. Yes, 23 years.
Such a child.
You guys. Do
This
you
is
guys have to make
exceedingly
a prep?
problematic.
Is there
I
anything-
have a distinct question. Perhaps, have you ever dealt with have you ever had to fight anything from outside of your shores? Have you ever had to face anything of great peril that is not of this other tribe?
We will get to your question, Minotaur. Cow person. What is your name again? Lucky?
I am Lucky Lala.
Do you have any other questions for me and our tribe?
I don't have any questions.
Okay, well, just know that we are glad to have saved you all from those vile Aliki. I have no doubt that some of you would have ended up with the same fate as some of our men have over the years. Maybe not you, Goatman, but others.
Which Goatman are you talking to?
Either of you. I do not think the Aliki would even stoop down to having goat babies, but you never know.
We satyrs are renowned for our masculinity.
Desperate times call for
And-
desperate measures.
Virile.
I'm not getting a very good impression of these people, I must admit.
No.
So
I quite think that they may not be worth saving.
Dionomenos, it is your turn. I need you to do a Constitution saving throw. With advantage. 21. Yeah, you're feeling ripe and chipper. Even though you've been awake for a good while, you're feeling great. Anything you have that you want to mention?
Your story of how you repopulate is very curious, and it has many holes. Particularly,
Not enough, I think.
that's true.
Not the right kind of holes.
Well said, Rexnor. But how do you make this truce to repopulate? And also, why would, presumably, these women are bearing all your children. Why would they not just kill the male offspring when they're born?
They do.
So then how do you get more males?
I must say that procreation is not consensual. I'm sorry if you have a disposition
Consensual or not, how are you getting more male members?
We take the females when we need to.
Oh, you steal them and then you force them to, or you rape them, I see.
And they do the same to us. It is not what we like to do. We do it as a last resort. If they come and kill some of our tribesmen, we have no recourse but to repopulate. That's why when we attacked them, we did not kill them. We do not enjoy this tit for tat.
I can understand that. Well, in that case, I think it would be to the advantage of all for you to have a parlay at some point. And have you ever had third parties come in here before the way that Theodore was asking you?
No. We have, in recent memory, or any memory for that matter, even Zacharias, he does not remember anyone coming to this island. And he is our oldest member.
Right.
So that is why we went to you. You are sent by the gods, in my opinion. Some of my tribesmen may disagree.
Well, your opinion is the correct one, I'll say that. I suggest that you let us as a third party go and speak to the women and see if we cannot help you fix your little island issues here. Because obviously, whether you kidnap each other and force each other to do the gods know what, it's not sustainable, I would say. Especially since your youngest member here is, how old did you say? 23?
Yes.
Ugh. Well, I would think you need new blood. How old are you, if I can ask?
Me? As best as I can reckon, I am around 42.
Fair enough. Okay.
I don't even think we need to wait too long for these guys to die out.
Well, maybe not. Not just a few decades at this point.
Decades? No. One bad batch of food cooked at this camp and they're all dead.
We would never do that, Theodore.
No, I'm just saying.
I know.
You're correct, Dionomenos. Perhaps the first time I've heard you be that. There is weakness brewed by this lack of discord, by the spewing of hatred and lies between your people. The only thing that will keep your people from being extinguished like embers in a fire is by making peace with your enemies. If a band of bandits were to land upon this island, they could pick you off one by one. You are incredibly weak on your own.
Exactly. You need a strong civilization to continue your lines. One with consensual sex, no less.
Theodore, you need to do a Constitution saving throw. Ezrin, only you can hear me. This type of rhetoric makes you very angry.
Nothing. All right, let me give advantage and woo-hoo!
Oh, I just had one quick other question. How old are your female counterparts? Do you know? Are they of childbearing age?
Some of them, yes, absolutely.
Good to know.
22. Yeah, you are just as energetic as your rhetoric extends or demonstrates.
Teddy Roosevelt.
Let me just say, you are acting like barbarians
Are you having a fireside chat?
of civilization. Ifara should crush you for your crimes against civilization itself.
There's another one that speaks up and he says, Evangelos, will you take this insolence? We saved them from certain death, and this cowman is...
Will you save yourselves from ignorance? I see only death in your future. This is not sustainable. The youngest of a 23. Ridiculous.
And another one over here says, hear him out. This, what are you?
Minotaur.
You are a
bull?
Minotaur.
I'm a Minotaur. I come from the polis of Scophos, where I am a voice. I raise my voice of reason against that of chaos, and I try my best to persuade others that collaboration is the only true way forward. It is only through true strength that we can push forward in our civilization. I see here your people are ready to fall any minute. Within time, a strong storm could wipe out your people unless you work together.
He's right.
Theonomenos is correct. We need to work as a third party to help you reconcile, even if only to create peace between your peoples. I believe true collaboration is the only true way to survive in such a chaotic world.
And this one here says, Evangelos, he does speak it to my heart. We must stop this incessant war. Rexenor, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw with whatever advantage you might have.
Nice.
16? Yeah, you're a little tired. It's getting late, but you're doing all right. What do you have to say? Yep.
As this conversation is going on, I'm paying attention. I have crazy high passive perception. But I'm also trying to see if I can recognize any sort of magical influence that would cause them to turn on each other.
Go ahead and do an Arcana check.
Let's see.
15. You have a strong hunch that there might be something that's driving this.
Is it some sort of fake news blog where the men are getting information that is pure nonsense?
I'm going to address the oldest one, Zachariah, and say, my dear friend, have you ever actually witnessed the Aliki slit the throat of a sleeping Adonian?
Have I? Yes, I have. And I have seen our knives slit their throats in kind. We were once numerous people on this island, and we have dwindled. Indeed, it is true to your goat man. But I have seen death on both sides.
Indeed. Tell me, have there ever been attempts at a parley?
They have, and they all failed in bloodshed. I would warn Evangelos that if he goes to any parley, he will not return alive. I have seen it before.
I'll insight him. Just
Okay.
I was about to
trying to
say.
think of things I'm good at. 18.
18, you get the sense that he is very honest, and he is speaking truth.
Which one is Evangelos?
Since you know his name now, I will reveal it. It is this one right here.
Ugh. Are these curs?
Are they what?
Mongolian tents.
I think so.
They look like it.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't make it.
It
I
looks
stole
like
it.
Pete.
This is from T-Hulks on Patreon.
Nice.
They remind me of a traditional Minotaur lunchtime meal of a flattened disc covered in tomato sauce and cheese and baked next to fiery coals.
What do you call that, Theodore?
There is no common translation. We Minotaur call it mwah.
Funny, I think that's what the satyrs call it as well.
You
So
also wave your hand like this.
look at these. So, another individual, this one here, says, war has always been part of our land. It is ingrained in this isle of ours. There's no changing it.
And if you continue in that way, it will destroy you all.
Rexidor, are you able to see the future?
Not until I've had a good long nap.
And Evangelos looks at you all and says, "It is getting late, but you, female lioness, what do you have to say?" So, Tari, I need you to do a Constitution saving throw.
And I get advantage, correct?
You do.
Constitution. Sorry.
I really hope the Minotaur language is just snorts and grunts and
Arm waving.
Nat 20, you are primed. You are surrounded by warriors. This is like your thing. You got Arnoldios good across the face about a couple hours ago. You're feeling great. I need to do one more Constitution save.
Cool.
I think
I still think Arnoldios is fucking funny.
Normal or advantage?
You do get, I believe you have one more advantage. Yep.
What about Arnoldios, Rex?
I still think it's a fucking hilarious name.
I think the picture that you have is right after Tari slapped him.
Oh yeah, exactly. What?
His face grows that
don't
way.
hit me! I'm saving you. So Tari, you and Ezrin are just like grinding. It's like cat nails on a chalkboard. It's like a dirty litter box. You are just irritated right now. Ezrin, it is like straws in the ocean. Up a turtle's nose. But Tari, what are you doing?
Can I try to, I guess, perceive or I don't know if it's perceive or investigation or even insight. I don't know. I want to know what's going on behind the what's the word?
Kind of like factions? Are you looking for factions in the group?
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead and do an insight check. Not with advantage, so you got a 3.
Oh.
You are so irritated, and you can hear the blood in your ears. You're not ready for battle. It's just gnawing at you. Not that you want to like kill them. They just seem annoying. Really, really annoying. And because of that, you don't give a damn if there's factions or not. They're just all stupid men.
Sounds good.
Anything else you want to do?
No, I think Tari is going to kind of look out and see if there's going to be a opportunity to fight.
Yeah. I mean, with the insight, probably. I think you're ready for a fight. I'm doing an intelligence saving throw. 16. You do get the sense that you are safe, and that they don't want to like fight you, and they don't want to hurt you, and that you're not under arrest per se. You're not captive, and so fighting isn't necessary. But they're still just obnoxious little sniveling men.
Love it.
Anything else?
No.
So Evangelos looks at you all and says, "It is a long day. We have a day of celebration that I hope you will join us with tomorrow. But until that time, I hope that you all can take a nice long rest. We have a tent that we have prepared for you, if you so choose to stay with us. We will keep a guard outside your tent, not for your protection, or not to protect against you, but to protect you against any attack of the Aliki tribe.
Could I ask for a favor?
Anything."
Might we have our possessions returned to us? As a show of good faith.
And and he brings out all your weapons and whatnot, and Rexenor, Evangelos seems to be just still terrified of you, that you have this like power over him, and he's like, here, and he like bows down and hands it to you.
I take my staff and book and say, "Thank you, Evangelos."
If you need anything during the night, I will be in my tent here.
I appreciate the hospitality you have shown us.
Yes. Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
I have one thing I would like to do.
Yeah.
Now that I've got my spell book back, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to spend 10 minutes casting Detect Magic.
So you're just going to sit down in the sand next to the fire and do that?
Yep.
Okay.
I was going to do it in the tent.
Okay. So
Are we regrouping in the tent? Maybe we should chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we go in, can I just say, so you tell us we are not captives, so I am free to go, is that correct?
I would warn you against leaving.
But I am free to leave, correct?
Yes.
And you will not try to stop me.
No, be aware that the isle is not uninhabited. There are evil creatures, not to mention the Aliki, prowling the lands. But yes, you are free to go.
What kind of evil creatures?
I want to lead in all the more reason for these ding-dongs to be helping each other. Why would you fight each other when there's something big and scary next door? Fools!
There's wildlife throughout the entire world, is what I understand. But
there is. John.
There are things like that we call blink dogs and other creatures of more insidious, half man, half woman, half snake type of creatures.
Blink dogs sound delightful. They sound adorable.
And they are delectable, too.
I only eat grains.
Do you like to put blink on your blink dogs?
So, Ezrin, is there anything you would like to do?
I just wanted to check that I can leave, and I will perhaps attempt just to test the boundaries and make sure that is correct at some point.
Okay. So Theodore and Tari call it an early night. They head into the camp, or the tent. One thing you also all see is around the camp, there is a shrine to all the gods in a small tent. They're all kind of stacked along to the side of each other. But it is a temple of sorts to the gods. You recognize this as a fairly common practice in small villages and camps where there might be a small shrine to a number of different gods. There's little figurines to each one, and usually a candle or some type of campfire that burns as often as they can keep it burnt.
We call it the poor man's pantheon.
Yes, that is exactly what the satyrs call it.
I thought that was a sex move!
No, that's very close. That's a different one.
That is the happy man's pantheon.
Yes.
All right, so y'all want to go in your tent?
Yeah.
Pantheon, sorry.
Pantheon. It's the pantheoff.
Yeah, the pantsy off. There we go.
All right. So let's see. Who's gonna... We'll have this one guard your tent.
Pantheoff. It's like what is it? The Rusty Venture.
All right. So is there... So Rex, you want to go ahead and cast some stuff.
Yeah, so I'm popping this in. So it takes me 10 minutes to cast it as a ritual because it's not prepared. But for the duration, up to 10 minutes, I sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of me. If I sense magic in this way, I can use my action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and I can learn at School of Magic. If any spell can penetrate most barriers but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Yeah, you cast that. You were sitting there in your type of lotus position with your hands outstretched, doing incantations and detecting magic, and you don't really feel anything.
Do I glow?
Well, yeah, I mean, the things that you all are carrying, Ezrin, Lucky, other types of accoutrement that you brought to the island yourselves, but outside of your tent in particular, there's really nothing exciting about this camp.
Excellent. Well, having completed my ritual, I go to sleep.
Wait, before you do that, what were you expecting to find, Rexnol?
Well, I suspect that there is something magical that is causing this division among the tribes.
Are there any artifacts or anything inside the tent that we have?
Inside your tent, go ahead and do a perception check, whoever wants to do it.
Right.
Well,
Ugh, I don't have it, but I got a nat 20.
yeah, I mean that's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Anyone else?
20.
Okay, wow, you guys are just rolling for keeps here.
Rex is just rolling decently, and it turns out amazingly.
Lucky is the one that's really
I'm very
tired.
observant.
Lucky isn't paying quite as much attention, but I'm just trying to set up something real quick. Okay, so yeah, all but Lucky, well, even Lucky to an extent, you see that there's a bed, which is nice, and some mats all laid out for each of you. There's a nice pitcher, wooden pitcher of water, but otherwise it's a thatched building made out of, so there's wood posts all around, and a leather type of blanket in front that it acts as a door. There's a small fire in the middle with smoke coming out a small hole near the top to keep you nice and warm throughout the night. Otherwise, it is a very Spartan type of environment.
So there's no cultural artifacts?
No. You do know that in the central kind of shrine to the gods, that's about as much cultural artifacts as you will find.
Ooh, actually, may I go? I'm going to go there and I cast Identify on the shrine.
Yep. So you can go. The shrine is here.
I'll just sneak over and do that.
On little goat legs.
But I can cast. That's, so I cast
they're all
Identify
about. They're all really bad dad jokes. They're all about misogyny.
They're all
Anyway,
from
so
the 30s.
what's that?
They're all from the 30s.
Yeah, exactly.
Take my wife, please.
All right. So, Dionomenos, what are you doing?
I'm casting Identify as a ritual spell.
Okay, and tell me what that does.
You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use and how many charges it has, yada yada.
Okay.
You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Okay.
If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, they have. Anyway, just for future reference.
Cool. So you know that none of these items are magical, based off what Rexenor was saying before.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you pick up any particular god statue?
Probably. Yeah, I don't know who would be the most pertinent. I guess maybe they have all the gods.
Yes.
I would say they're Nelia or Thassa.
Go ahead and pick up Nilia. This one seems to be one of the more detailed ones. It's actually made out of stone versus many of them are made out of wood. And you pick it up and you get the sense that it is old, for sure. And, oh man, your guard ran away. I don't know who your guard was, sorry.
No.
I'll have this be your guard. Anyway, so it's made out of kind of common river rock, nothing super special. Seems to be fairly generations old, and no magical properties whatsoever. being that you are in a temple, and this is a statue of Thassa, you do get a subtle divine presence from it.
Okay. Huh. All right, that's all. I guess I'll slink back to the thing and take a nap. How do we all fit in this? Is this a
It's a-
9-person tent?
It is a, well, it's actually like a 4-person.
It's a TARDIS tent.
Yeah.
You're all laying very, very close. It is a small.
It's like when AL 381 all fits in the tiny hut. Y'all are just like,
Sardines, yeah.
yeah.
Especially with
Hi.
Albert Chubbins.
I'm gonna quickly look over at Ezrin and see if she's okay, because I sense she's not being herself.
Uh-oh.
I just say, "Hey, Ezrin, are you okay?"
It's
You
just
look a little irritated or a little. I don't want to say how you're feeling, but I just sense something different about you tonight.
men are just insufferable.
The men are?
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you feeling that way towards us?
Or just the elite?
Yes.
What's their names?
Yes, just all of you. I just want to take Tari and just leave.
Oh, dear.
Okay,
Um,
it's interesting.
And I just like turn my back and I'm like, ugh.
Like you sound like a doctor. You're like, okay, that's interesting. And let me tell you, or let me ask about this. Like,
All right, what have we learned?
wait, I want to cast Identify on Ezrin, too.
Not a bad idea, actually.
Are
I
you
mean,
getting...
you're just gonna identify what she's about.
Well, yeah, I just want to see if she's cast with penis hatred right now.
You can do an Arcana check on her, or whoever else wants to do that.
Yeah, sure.
I'm good at that. I'll get in on that.
Yeah.
I would assume with a passive perception of 19, I've noticed them acting weird. Ooh, not bad.
Yep, you have.
I'm too tired.
What are we doing right now?
Terrible today.
Arcana checks on Ezrin.
Yeah. So what you have noticed? So Theodore and Tari, while you guys were just hit the pillow, out cold. A few people were up, kind of looking around, investigating. Didn't really find anything interesting, no magical items. But Lucky is real concerned that Ezrin and Tari are looking real strange, or acting real strange. And so they did an Arcana check. Rex got a 20. Lucky doesn't have any clue what's going on. Dionomenos got a 17. Tari, you didn't do it because you didn't care.
I'm afraid that there's some kind of curse upon this land.
I agree.
I feel.
Can I roll an Arcana, I guess? I don't know.
You can as well, yes.
I didn't realize that I was a part of it, Tari was a part of it, so.
Nope, you're both.
So Tari, only you can hear me, and you are real irritated by all men at this point.
To be affected by this curse.
Andy, we couldn't hear
Cut
you.
off from the gods.
I know you couldn't hear me. It was meant to not be heard by your ears.
Oh, I didn't know you could
Oh,
just
that's what that
talk to
white
people
thing means.
specifically.
Yep.
I
I've
thought
only seen that in the white box with you.
Yeah.
I thought your internet was just crapping out.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, Theodora, you don't really see or get a sense of anything. Rexenor and Dionomenos, you do get the sense that this is not their type of personality, that something is compelling them to act a certain way.
All right, I want to cast Identify for reals now.
Okay? You do that?
It's not just identifies items.
No, it identifies people too.
And this
It
is-
Yeah,
identifies
if he does one, I can do the other because I also know that spell. It's a divination spell.
Yeah,
Right.
and this is a cantrip, correct?
No,
It's
the
first level spell, but it's a ritual.
which
Okay.
means you don't have to expend a
Yeah.
spell slot. Not that it
It
matters.
does.
You're
It
gonna
does
go to
take a
sleep.
while, but
Yeah. So you sit there and you're getting real tired, but you know,
It's a minute.
yeah,
For me,
you're,
it
you're
takes-
what's that?
So for me, it takes an action. But go ahead.
Okay, well, we're
As
kind
a
of
ritual.
outside of any kind of initiative. So you get the sense that she is indeed a Triton, female, and you get the sense that she is being compelled a certain way. You all, yes, I will leave it at that. You're not sure what,
Here, I just want to show you what it does. So if you look at the last, basically, sentence, if you touch a
Learn what
creature
spells, if
instead,
any, are currently affected.
you can see what spells are affecting them. So we would know what spells are affecting them if they're cursed or something.
This isn't. You get the sense this isn't a spell.
Mm-hmm.
This is more of a state.
Okay.
It is part of the land about you. And Dean, almost as you touch her, I need you to do a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage. So if you want to use your advantage, you can, and just make it a straight one. But otherwise, you can do it with disadvantage.
I'll just do it straight.
So mark off one of your
Yeah, that's
bonuses.
the last one.
So just straight. You got a 14.
Mm-hmm.
As you touch her, you also get the sense that not terrible, but you're like, oh gosh, she just like the sliminess of her skin is just kind of annoying. It's subtle.
I mean,
It's subtle.
I haven't not thought that before.
Exactly, but now it's like it's right in the front of your mind. You're like, yeah, you're right, Dio. This fish person's just kind of slimy.
So, can Rex and I talk in private, or just kind of?
You can walk away if you choose. There is a nice privy,
Perfect.
kind of down in this area, or
Yeah.
you can go and piss in the river like most civilized folk.
Wizards go to the bathroom together. That's the thing.
We've got to powder each other's nose.
Exactly.
Also, he has prestidigitation and I don't, so he can fix my hair.
That's true. And get rid of the smell. It's like bringing your air freshener buddy with you.
Yeah.
I have prestidigitation also.
Nice.
Okay, so who's all going to the bathroom together? All the men?
I just think Rex and I don't know. Does anyone else want to come? We're never going to get.
What are you going there for?
I'm gonna stay.
Just to use the lavatory?
Yes, I really have to piss. You want to come?
I'm on my back with one leg up.
You are sleeping the night away.
Like a dog?
I will go with you mainly to talk, wink, not to go to the rest room.
I love your subtlety, Theodore.
As you,
I'm dumbing it down a little for you. I did not realize you were able to read the nuance of communication that is requisite for all sentient creatures.
Gentlemen, if we turn on our own gender, we'll turn it off.
We're wizards. We're learned folk, and beyond that, I'm a satyr, which is the most capable of communicating.
So as you're heading out of the tent,
Where are we?
You're right here. Your guard looks at the three of you and says, "Hey, where are you going?"
We have to rock a piss.
Okay.
It's
I
a
have
ritual
a
from our
joke for
land.
you.
We always piss together. It's
Understandable. Just be careful. Do not go beyond the creek there. Hey, did you hear the rumor about that butter?
butter.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to spread it.
Oh God.
And then you all continue on.
And I stopped.
He just takes his
Aha! A good one, if ever I've heard it.
Yes, it is a well-known joke around here. You guys fell for it.
Yes. I'll
Okay.
have to remember that.
Well done. I appreciate your wit.
Well, last night I had a dream that I weighed less than 1,000th of a gram.
Oh, yeah.
How did that make you feel?
Well, I was like, OMG.
Oh,
I don't really. I'm not sure that I've grasped the full quality of that one, but
Yes,
it
well-
was a very good effort. A
Well-
good effort.
I cast Expeditious Retreat to get the fuck away from this.
Well, do you want to hear a joke about construction?
Always.
Yes.
Oh, we only have one time. I must relieve myself exceedingly quickly here. But please tell us.
Yes, well, I'm still working on it. It's a joke about construction.
Very good.
I know you guys aren't really hip on the jokes. Kind of go over your head a little bit, but
Yes.
I would call them, Dad, jokes. However, your unfortunate repopulation strategy has allowed me to be thankful there are no children around.
Men living in a coven jokes. I like that.
I must make haste towards the creek.
Okay, you all go to.
Hey, how about that creek, you guys? Where you
All
from?
right.
Where you from? Where you from?
All right, so you guys are at the
Right? Are we actually like unzipping and around?
Yeah, we're just sitting shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, you don't want to pee next to the mic.
No, I just look over.
At the Decadia called the Pecadia.
I just look over.
I'm like this.
And you all are shocked that Dionomos even has a penis because it's under that little rug of his little half body. He doesn't wear any pants, so you're like, wow.
What?
That's so.
You don't have any pants on, do you?
He's getting all.
Well, no, I mean,
I feel as if I'm in
I don't
the
know. It
wrong
never really
room.
comes up when you look at pictures of satyrs. Although
You're looking at the wrong sort of pictures, my friend.
Anyway, okay, so what are you guys talking about?
They're over.
comparing dicks, apparently it's.
I must admit, I do not actually need to relieve myself.
Yes,
Me
it's
as well.
ruse.
Actually, I kind of do, but
You'll wait, I imagine.
so I identified that, or I should, so I'll just start by saying I've identified that there's some kind of strange magic here that's affecting the way that men and women view each other. There's it imbues hatred among the sexes, even amongst us. I can feel it taking hold.
Yes, I can confirm his findings.
I wonder what it is that might be causing such a malady.
I think we need to go exploring.
Yes, perhaps there is a sacred place or a forbidden place.
Yes.
Should we be concerned for that this curse might take effect upon us and we might be torn asunder, our group scrambled upon the rocks of
Yes.
misfortune?
To answer your question in one word, yes.
I'm turning into Rexenor.
Maybe you're one of those people that picks up somebody's accents.
But I charge with it.
Yeah, so I think we need to figure this out quickly because I've noticed that I was even getting a bit antsy around Ezrin earlier when I touched her to use the identify spell.
I wonder if this affects those who may not identify as either gender.
Do we know of any of those around here?
Just myself.
What? You don't have gender? I didn't know that.
I was born a male, but I do not identify as such.
Well, maybe we should find out. Can we do an Arcana check on Theodore?
Rather you didn't, but we can.
You can.
I mean,
Not magical. That's like a decision, though.
Yeah.
no, well, if we can detect the same Arcana.
Nature.
Whatever.
Maybe a nature check.
I'm getting tired.
Yeah, it would be identify. I would say identify. Arcana.
Well, we know just to see if the magic is infecting him.
Oh.
The same magic.
Well, okay. So Theodore, go ahead and do a Constitution save.
Do I get advantage?
If you choose one of your advantage things, that's up to you. Nat 20. Yeah, it's not affecting you whatsoever. You're feeling quite normal.
Excellent.
Nice.
I feel as I normally do.
Well, you may be the one that we have to rely on then. Even
Yes, it may come to you.
I truly hope it is not me ravaging my compatriots as they attempt to murder me.
I mean, let's just hope no one has a red cape.
That is a horrible thing, and it's banned among Scophos.
As you all are talking, you see one of the tribesmen walk up to you and says, "Hello."
And then I accidentally unrax when I turn around. Sorry about that. And I used prestidigitation to like clean off his leg.
Oof.
Oh, I'm sorry to startle you.
It's quite all right. How may we assist you?
Yes, you are sent by the gods, are you not?
We believe so. We don't exactly know why we ended up here, but we
have been
recently had
led.
interaction with them. Yes.
We have been led here by the gods.
I
What truly might have, apart from perhaps Rexenor and Dionomenos here, who speak with the gods with regularity, deciphering their whims, but they have made their presence known in our course.
do you think you could smuggle me into the Aliki tribe by chance?
I mean, we could do our best. Isn't it dangerous for you to go?
It is very dangerous, but who better than, those sent by the gods to help me on my quest?
We could request you as an escort. You know the island better than we.
Oh, that is a good strategy.
I want to slap Rexenor in the back and be like, good idea, Rexenor! And you're like a wet paper towel, so what?
I only have 12 hit points!
I only have 19.
Yes. Well, you are certainly welcome to come. I know after a lifetime of no women, I'd also be very interested to go see the other side, as it were.
I wouldn't say it was a lifetime of no women.
Oh, well, yeah, that's right. You do have your ritualistic rapings.
No.
This fills
no.
me with discomfort.
No, you misinterpret my meaning. I intend to go and see my Demi.
Demi? Who is Demi to you? She's one of the women of the Aliki?
Yes, she's one of the Aliki, and her to me we are fond of each other. It is forbidden.
I'm gonna pull Rexenor and Dionomenos aside. Listen, guys, do not let this guy anywhere near any kind of poison whatsoever. I've heard this story.
Yes.
We read about it at the Decatio too.
Exactly.
Whatever you do, take a moment, pause, explain what is going on before something rash happens. Let's not let whatever might happen.
Well, let me introduce myself. I am Romeo. If you care to,
I was just going to guess that.
yes, it is uncanny that you all know. You are indeed sent by the gods.
Oh.
Oh no!
What is the name of
Power
your
of an oracle.
I thought it was my.
Demi, you said.
Well, it could be my just rippling pecs. Perhaps.
I mean,
that-
they are
that
pretty
gave it-
impressive.
Yes.
I see no problem in assisting you in such a manner, but you must I'm trying to think of the word. Sorry. You must swear that you will not cause harm in this journey to anyone of this tribe.
I only go for love. As you say that, you all, the time is pressing, and he says, "We must get going, and we cannot linger here too long. I will bid you good night, and I will see you in the morrow for the celebrations."
Good night.
Sleep well, young friend.
Sleep well, Romeo. We'll get you to your Demi.
Thank you. All right, Ezrin or Amy, you want to take a quick break? Or was that a while ago?
Yeah, can you come upstairs?
Yeah. Okay, we're going to take a quick couple-minute break. As you all take a nice long piss and a nice good break.
It usually takes 35 minutes for a minotaur to use the restroom.
I believe it.
Actually, I think I read something that said all mammals have kind of a similar amount of time to pee.
Really?
Yes.
Why? That's weird.
The size and the volume it's
always the same.
It's similar.
That's really crazy.
Just like all mammals live a similar number of heartbeats.
Huh. That's crazy. How fast does a mouse's heart beat?
Very fast.
That's wild. Wait, what's the longest lived mammal? Do you know?
Probably whales or something, right?
Oh yeah, probably.
I don't know, Jason. Let's ask the internet.
Should. Hold on.
This is great for anyone watching.
I'll be right back.
Bowhead whales live up to 211 years.
What? How long do tortoises live? I thought they were longer.
They're not mammals.
No, I'm just saying, what is the longest lived animal after? But, so, presumably mammals aren't the longest lived.
No. That's longer than a turtle. 211. A quahog clam died at 507. I'm just going to wait patiently. Try and read what books are behind Lucky. Unfortunately, they are too small for this one to see.
Can you recognize the binding?
I believe I see Brandon Sanderson.
Right
Sorry
there.
about that. What did you find out was the longest lived animal?
It was some kind of clam. It lived 500 years.
What? That's crazy.
This
Wait,
is
so there are clams alive today that were alive when like Leonardo da Vinci was alive. Well, maybe not him, but
Are you still looking at my shelf?
Yes.
I don't think I can take it any closer.
Andy and Amy look worried. I'm scared.
Uh-oh.
No.
Something to do with their Ting internet, no doubt.
Probably. Oh, duh.
I can't see any of your books. They're way too. They're too far.
Let me grab a few.
Are we doing the gods tonight, or is it just?
The
What?
old.
Oh, nice.
What is that?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh yes.
I still have only read half of these.
I haven't read any of it.
You should listen to the radio programs. That's what they originally were meant to be.
I know. I think it has the radio program script in there, too.
Does it? That's cool. Fit the first. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been missing all the stuff that Orcus has been saying. They're apostles.
Sent.
Someone needs to register Apostle of Mogus. I have been reading Dune.
Oh, God.
I
How'd that,
just reread that.
I started it a while ago and then I stopped, and it's a hard book to pick up again because it is so heavy.
yeah. I believe that.
I just finished the first book of Dune.
How many are there?
3, I assume.
There are 6 written by the original.
I'm reading the book Dune, but I've read the first act, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
The-
But there are
movie's
6
coming out
sequels
this
by
fall.
Frank Herbert.
It's coming out in October.
It gets real crazy. Why am I still talking like Theodore?
To keep in
We're
mind.
good at being in character. I can't.
I can't, because I can't not be in character. I'm wearing the hat.
That's right.
Well, I was going to say I've been reading The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, and it's
Oh.
fascinating.
I've heard that's really
Listen
good.
to the Radio Lab on that.
Is it
It's very
what is it? What kind of fantasy or?
No, it's
no,
a
it
real life thing.
Oh really?
Yep.
Nonfiction.
Yeah.
nonfiction.
Oh okay.
It's about the and I will probably say this wrong. HeLa cells that a lot of our modern scientific and medical breakthroughs have been based off of.
Really?
So
I love
basically,
stuff like that, but I can't read a book about it.
Oh, it's fascinating. I love it. It's like a soap opera.
They, I think HBO did a documentary series on it a few years ago too.
It's a pretty messed up story.
It's fucked up.
so on the
Yeah.
central
Very.
story is that this woman in the 40s or something, or maybe 50s, got cancer.
50s. She died in 51.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's young.
She got cancer, and they took a biopsy of her cells, I guess, and like the cells just kept proliferating and would keep going and going, and that's so they used it for all sorts of research and stuff like that ever since.
Oh wow!
And they did not
But
tell her.
the thing is, she was African American, and they took the cells without her knowledge.
Yeah.
And they used to, in the 50s, there was a scientist that grew them and made more of them and would sell them to researchers and scientific people for like $50 a vial. But the family never received any of the money.
Not a
Wow.
few.
So do human cells usually die after the human dies? Or can you keep them alive?
They don't expand. They don't live forever.
Well, that's
So-
the thing that's weird about it, is typically it doesn't work like that. So her cells are like special for that reason.
That's
Yes.
interesting.
I mean,
I think I read the first 4 books of that series, Andy, like 20 something years ago.
Yeah, I can't.
That's like jellyfish, though. Apparently, jellyfish can be like immortal.
A certain
I
type.
I enjoyed it very much.
This is turning into a literary podcast. Theodore could not be more thrilled.
I got my shillelagh. How do you say that? Shillelagh?
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh. Like a ukulele?
Yeah, when I was running a spore druid for a while, that was one of my favorite spells.
Now it's bonfire.
Yeah.
My shillelagh sword.
Rexenor, I must ask, have you figured out a way to assist in combat?
Yes.
I would
I
hate to
stay
see-
away from you all. so
I
that
would hate to see you come to harm. It would hurt my heart to see
He could be
even you,
effective.
dear Nomenos, I'm warming up to you. To see you
Aw.
harmed in combat.
Here, let me see if Amy's got it. Tristan has an assignment that's due tomorrow, and like
Oh,
we can't get
Oh.
it to the teacher because it's a freaking
Uh-oh.
large PowerPoint. So hold on.
Mm.
If you would like to reduce the size of the PowerPoint, there is an option in the save settings that allows you to reduce it without reducing the quality.
Yeah, it's called Google Drive, and it because Cherry Creek works on Google, and yeah, I'll be back.
I love that you presented that to him as Theodore.
I can't not with these on my.
I would just want to hear you
you
give
have little
like,
ones right here, right?
lectures about how to. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we need is a.
The tiny one.
Well, mine are pretty decent size.
We're all gonna have. I
Oh,
must
can
go
we have
polish
one?
my
Can I see
horn.
the goat ones?
Mine are like, huh? What? Lon?
Huh?
Oh, can ours be as big as goats, like those big round ramming?
Yeah,
Well, you've seen the picture that mine has. They're like that big.
Yeah, yours are.
Yeah, you guys get a weapon, right? It counts as a weapon.
We
Yeah,
can do an attack.
Totally a
with-
weapon.
I would love to. I really, the Count of Monte Cristo is on my short list. I really want to read that.
It is fantastic.
I've seen the movie long
just-
ago.
The movie, no.
I know.
It's yeah. If you want revenge porn, that's the
Okay.
It's like the ultimate revenge porn.
yeah.
Nick, I sent this to Brooke as well. I found, and Jason as well. I'm sure this would be of interest. I found a place that sells like luxury, like craft editions of books called the Folio Society. And it is like custom illustrated versions of novels. And some of them are so great, but they're like $60 to $120 normally. And then they have like fancy versions of like the Odyssey and stuff like that are like $250. And they're probably just gorgeous,
Wow.
nicely bound books. But they have a copy of American Gods that's like with custom illustrations. And it looks so good.
Really?
I do not need any books like this, but man,
I know,
it's
but
pretty to look at.
I don't want them.
You should look it up. The Folio Society. They're sponsoring the podcast.
The Folio.
Wow.
That'd be sweet.
Whether they want to or not.
Exactly. We're pretty literary.
Okay, we're gonna
Professor, so.
we're gonna continue on. Sorry for the delay.
That's okay. Did this Tristan person get his power? I don't remember. Point of power over.
Perhaps a long rest will help him reset his powers.
Perhaps.
I don't have Mage Hand. That's the original power point.
I have made hand. Maybe I can assist.
Soon.
PowerPoint.
All right. So you all wake up fully rested, feeling bright and chipper. It is a new day. It's a new year, in fact. You're feeling great. The sun is shining. The birds are out. You hear some early morning kind of movement in the camp, even though I mean, normally it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock. The sun's been up for about an hour or so at this point. Lucky, you're up.
Oh, great. Okay, so I'm going to get up and I'm going to walk outside the tent
I hope no one tries to rescue us.
and just see what's going on outside.
Yep.
Do it quick.
No one just-
Yeah, you can go ahead and step outside and do a perception check.
I don't even see my token. I just see a
Yeah, I
black
can't
light.
see anything either.
You guys can't see anything again?
Pure
Unless-
black.
Well, why
It's
didn't you
black.
tell me that?
Well, we
No,
did.
I just thought it was night.
It's none more black.
Fucking.
I guess I have to produce flame.
It's like
Yay,
how
light!
much more black could the screen be? And the answer is none. None more black.
Actually, can I look inside the tent first to make sure everybody's here? Because I heard that. Did Nyland leave?
No, everyone's there.
Okay, and then I walk out.
Okay.
I kind of stretch and I look around and I see if there's any people around.
Yeah, so you look around. There is one individual sitting by the fire, kind of stoking it, getting it going for the day.
Okay, I walk up to him and I introduce myself and I say, "Hi, I'm Lucky Lala, and what's your name?"
It is good to meet you. I am Photios.
Photios. That's an interesting name.
It is the name that my father gave me.
And is your father in this camp?
No, he was killed a while ago by the Aliki tribe.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yes, thank you. Most of our fathers have been killed.
Oh, that's such a sad thing. I'm so sorry that there's turmoil between you two.
It is. It is. What, may I ask, is your nature to be sent by the gods to come to this land? It inspires me.
Well, the path we are on was not one necessarily chosen by us.
No.
We were shipwrecked here, or our ship was sent here by the gods themselves. It's not necessary. We just woke up and we're on this adventure and this journey, and it seems like the gods have played a pretty big role in where we've landed.
And
So I feel like we're here to help. I've always had an inclination that my goal in life is to bring happiness and just help people. And so I think this is another part of my journey.
and are you magical?
I am.
Could you teach me
some
more?
sense.
I can scry and do some. We are not a very magical people, but I am honored to be one of the most magical of our tribe. Could you teach me?
My magic is much different than Dionymus and Rexenor.
Oh, they are the mages of your clan.
Yes. My magic comes from nature.
Interesting.
And there's nature all around us.
Indeed. And could you help me? What, like, does this nature magic, does it have weapons? Could you produce fire or water or something along those lines?
With practice, yes.
Could
Over
you,
time.
Could you help me practice?
I'm not sure. I've never taught. This has all become like kind of natural to me.
This kid's a pyro.
All my magic has come to me naturally through connecting with the earth and living in very nature settings.
So perhaps your tribesmen can teach me.
It's possible.
Interesting. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do, Lucky?
I do a little spell for him, just a little druid spell. What's it called? Druid casting.
Yeah.
And I produce a little bit of water. I won't do fire because I'm gonna do water. I just do a little ball of water, kind of.
Yeah, and he's like, wow, that is interesting. It's good. It's good magic. It's good for you. I can
I've
see.
seen better.
Perhaps I will ask Rexenor or Dionominos.
Okay.
Ooh, it's not magic enough for me.
All right. Ezrin, you wake up. It is a bright, cheery day. I need you to do a Constitution saving throw.
The point of power has been sent.
With advantage. You're actually feeling pretty calm this morning. The rest seem to fix you up quite nicely.
Okay, so I'm feeling better than last night.
Yes, you're not as on edge. You get this hangover feeling of like just feeling real irritated, but it's a new day. It's a new
Too
year.
many testicles.
So many. All right. So what do you want to do, Ezrin?
Sorry, what was everyone else doing?
I only went. I just woke up.
Okay. You just woke up. I say, oh, what a day it's been. Like, I feel so strange, Lucky. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I got so irritated yesterday.
Are you going to go out real quick?
I'm outside. Sorry, I woke up and went outside.
Do you go outside as well?
Please stop yelling, Ezrin. We're trying to sleep.
Stop
Whenever-
it.
somebody's
Okay, so you say that to Lucky as you get up and stand next to him, next to the fire.
Yes.
And I hand her a cup of tea because I can make flowers and tea and stuff. So I make her a cup of tea.
Oh, thank you, Lala.
I'm glad you're feeling better. I was worried and concerned about you last night.
Yes, I don't know what got into me. It was so strange. I just do not understand, and I'm sorry. I should not have lashed out at you and said that you were annoying me.
My feelings. So I just went to sleep.
Traders are used to it. It's okay.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
You asked them if you could leave willingly on your own. Where would you go? Where were you planning on going? Do you know?
Well, I thought maybe I might try to find the other tribe. I'm not so sure about them either, but I was just feeling so irritable. I just wanted to take tardy and leave. I just felt like I needed to get away.
This is a very confusing place.
It is very confusing. I do
Why
not
with your
understand. I do not feel like I usually want to leave you.
Yeah. And did you notice that the leader of the tribe was treating Rex differently? Kind of was like, I just noticed that he was like being almost like worshipped.
Yes, that is very strange. Very astute of you, Lucky.
I noticed something like that. We should keep an eye on that.
Photius looks at the two of you and says, Ezrin, I am glad to know that you will not be going out into the wilds. May I ask, do you know why seagulls fly over the ocean?
Because the gods will it.
No, because if they flew over the bay, they would be called bagels. And he walks off.
Ezra just put your head down and like shake.
Always leave them laughing, Jerry.
Lucky,
I look at you.
definitely
What
wishing
is
he
going
set
on?
fire. I imagine Lucky is wishing he could set fire to them now.
And then he's off.
Yeah, he went to the privy.
Oh, Eswin, what god do you worship?
Karanos,
Koranos. Harvest.
the storm.
Oh, the storm. Okay.
As the same god that appeared to you all a few days before, or the day and a half before.
Does anybody here worship Nyla?
I kind of do, but I'm kind of divided. All right, she's like my minor god.
Okay.
You minored in.
I minored in Nyla.
In school. Yeah.
I'm-
Okay, that just was just curious.
What is that? Your goddess?
No, mine's I cannot say.
Karamitra.
Kamitra.
Yeah.
All right. Dianominos, it's your turn. You wake up. What's up? What do you
All
wanna
right.
do? What do you guys want to do?
Oh, I want to go out and find one of the locals to give us a tour.
One of the yokels.
Yeah, local yokels.
Silly dog.
Oh, look at that.
Going crazy.
You probably need to go outside.
Oh,
He's nibbling.
nibbly.
So,
Huh?
yeah, as you step out, you do see another individual step out of his tent and come over to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Hello. Who might you be?
I am Lucas,
Lucas.
and you are Dianominos, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Very good memory.
Yes.
Well, I was just wondering, how big? So this is like an atoll, right, or is this more like an island?
It's a large island.
It's a large island. Yeah. I was wondering if a few of us, maybe all of us, could have a bit of a tour of this island. Are there any places that, have any kind of magical, magical energy radiating out of it or anything like that? Well, they might know. I mean,
I'm not there. I'm not saying anything.
You just hear Theodore in his bunk with like,
yeah.
idiot. So Lucas does look at you and says, "You are an inquisitive goat man,
Yes.
indeed, and insightful, I would say."
I hope so.
And what he does, so he says, around on this side of the island, that it is our territory.
Mm-hmm.
On the west side is the territory of the Aliki.
Yes.
And then in the middle is our most sacred place. The volcano.
The volcano.
And it is rumored that it holds the most ancient of our scripts, a tome, if you will, that describes the way of things on this island.
Oh, indeed. Tell me more.
That is all I know. That is
Is
all
it-
that was passed down to me by my father, that the volcano should never be entered, and that it shall be protected against the Aliki at all costs, so as to protect anything that might be inside.
Is it possible for anyone to get into this volcano and see this tome? Do you have priests or clerics that might go in?
I know of no Adonis that entered the volcano.
What about the Aliki? Are they equally as respectful of this volcano?
That is my understanding.
I would think it would be to everyone's benefit if Rexenor and myself particularly could go and visit this place.
Don't tell them.
Well,
we
don't know where it is.
You should. If you go, I would caution you to speak to Evangelos and get his permission beforehand.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I would. Indeed.
And I must say, you and the Minotaur,
Yes.
you spoke to my heart yesterday when you were talking about peace.
Yes.
Just wanted you to
Feels
know.
like it's been a week. Sorry.
That's
What?
good.
Theodore has to get his horns ready before he gets up in the morning.
Knock them off.
I'm fixing my horns.
It's not on. It's
He just
not.
puts polish on them.
Where are my horns and my teeth?
All right.
Yeah.
His nose ring.
Would it? Well, okay. I am so glad that I've inspired you. I think peace is the way that your island would work best.
Yes, there are a few of us that would agree with you. You would, if you convince Evangelos, you will have to convince the others.
We will try. Absolutely. Do you know where where Evangelos is? We would like to speak with him, or at least I'd like to speak with him when my companion Rexnor comes out.
It is my understanding that he is in his tent.
Oh, that's just right there.
Yes, it's right there, right next to you. He can probably hear you talking.
All right, I'll go knock on his flap.
All right, Theodore. Go knocking on his flap.
You're going flap knocking, huh?
Foreplay.
Yeah. That means something very different where I come from.
Theodore. As Theonomenos is knocking on the leather meat flap of Evangelos' tent, you step outside of your own meat flap tent.
It's more like a flap slap, I would
Meat
imagine.
curtain.
Ugh.
That's good too.
Is there any sort of food here? I feel like we must talk about what we have for breakfast. This is a Dungeons
Let's eat
and
breakfast.
Dragons game, is it not?
Yes, there. On the fire, Photios has made a nice breakfast for you all. We're not going to get into it.
I
Good.
just hope there's no ham. I hate ham.
Yes, I agree. Ham is disgusting, as is chocolate. What a decadent treat. Foul.
I knew this one ship's counselor once that she would only eat that.
Oh, we once had a tale of an Imzadi,
Theodore, what do you want to do?
but unfortunately, she was in a love triangle with a minotaur.
Oh yeah.
That looks like a DVD
Okay.
cover.
Have we
A little bit.
discussed? Have we discussed Ezran? Ezran ducked away. I would like to keep an eye on Ezran and Tari and see if, or in fact, everyone. I want to make sure that they are all acting appropriately.
Okay, so you're just going to keep your eyes out. You get the sense that Ezra is feeling pretty decent today.
Ezran, it appears that you are not as beset with upsetness.
Yes, I feel much better. I do not know what came over me. It is not like me.
Well, I believe our compatriots have a theory that there is some kind of magical compulsion of some sort that surrounds this very land with a hatred of gender.
And I feel like it happens at night.
Perhaps. Some sort of 4chan, if you will.
It's like werewolves.
All right, I'm going to keep an eye. I'm glad you're feeling better. I would like to check in on Tari if possible.
Yeah, you can go check in on Tari.
Tari, how are you feeling?
I'm fine.
Tari, I need you to do a
Or I should
constitution.
say, sorry. Tari is fine.
Tari, I need you to do a Constitution saving throw. If you want to do it with advantage, you certainly can.
Ooh,
20, 23, you don't even need advantage. You are feeling normal.
Good.
So not like there's no, like, whatever your baseline is for being annoyed, it's there. But it's not like this grinding, insidious kind of like, I just want to chop all their balls off and feed it down their
That's my-
throats.
No more than usual.
Yeah,
as a
exactly.
Barbarian.
Yeah,
She's not in the
my
mood for
secret
Rocky
ally.
Horror Story today.
exactly.
Tari, how are you feeling? How does Tari feel upon this fine morn?
Well, Tari sees that the sun is shining and the sky is blue. She is fine.
Good to hear.
All the leaves are green.
I was speaking to Ezran just now. I believe there is some kind of curse upon this land of a magical nature. Perhaps we will soon figure out where we must go. That's all.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tari felt really weird last night, but feels much better today.
All right, Rexenor. you
So
feel-
I come out of the tent. Is the fire still looking kind of pathetic?
Hey, Rex.
Some magic.
Let me roll for fire.
Roll for fire.
Yeah, it's looking pretty pathetic.
I come out, and the first thing I do is I point my staff and I create bonfire to get an actually good fire going.
Oh, you almost singed my tail in the process.
Yeah, I need the rest of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh no!
I don't know why that tickled me so much.
It's my thing.
Uh-oh.
That was close. Look at it. It's bigger.
Yeah, so Ezrin's a little scorched. She feels the heat for sure. Like her scales are kind of drying out a little bit. The rest of you, Theodora, you're feeling definitely a little scorched, but y'all managed to get out of the way just in time. As this over, what's his name's, Lucas's shoulder comes this fucking firebolt, hits this pathetic fire.
No, like it's create bonfire. So like the fire that's there, they've got all the flammable shit. It's just like woof.
Yeah, so here, Lucky, you get out of the way, and there's this goddamn bonfire now.
Rexenor!
There! Now we can make my coffee!
Good one, Rex.
My porridge!
Oh, God.
Yeah, so there's a goddamn bonfire now. The whatever meat was left on it, whatever breakfast you guys hope to have, is now in ash.
I mean, that's about how it was tasting to me before.
All
No
right.
celebrity chefs among this group.
Rexenor, is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Once I see Dianomenos, again with high perception, I assume I've overheard much of this conversation.
Yeah.
I would say, yes, I think we should speak to Evangelos, and I think I can convince him to let us go into their sacred volcano.
Good, I hope so. I've been knocking on this flap for about 5 minutes now.
You just hear this.
I just hear it's like a...
No, this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little wet. It rained a couple days ago. It's still a little moist.
Yes. Oh,
It gets wetter as you keep hitting it.
I need to learn knock.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's weird. All right.
Not locked.
Well, you don't just bodge into the tribal chief's, tent.
Maybe you
Doesn't
don't.
stop these chuckleheads.
True.
All right.
These war crimes.
Is this a Ferengi ship, by the way?
Tara, you are up last. You're feeling great. Yeah. Anything else you want to do?
I just want to know what we're going to do. I mean, these factions are, at their throats, and what is our group going to do? Are we going to try to, broker peace, or are we just going to slaughter all of them?
I think we should take them onto the ship with us and make them man the oars, since we have more than we can count.
Finally, we can get home.
Exactly.
I think we should find this
frankly,
tome.
I'm a little skeeved by these guys. They're a little creepy.
We're gonna go to the volcano.
Oh, Apostle of Orcus, I must respond to you directly. This is Dungeons and Dragons. One must spend 2 hours talking about what one must do and then not do it.
That's my experience with Dungeons and Dragons. Let's make
When it
a
comes to
perfect
it,
plan and then ignore it.
Sounds like most corporate meetings.
Essentially.
It's a lot like academia, actually.
Yeah.
All right, so you all are kind of talking. Tari is saying, "Okay, what the hell are we going to do?" And y'all look over, and Adonis is just like beating on this meat flap constantly, and finally,
Thing just slap all day. That's
right,
boom, boom.
and finally we get to completion, and Evangelos is like, "Yes, I hear you. Come in. Come in."
Yay. Can we all go in?
I'm totally going in.
Yes, you all
Let's
can
all
go
go.
in.
Hello.
Maybe I could have played my didgeridoo.
No, there's no goddamn room for didgeridoo. No, you can bring your didgeridoo.
Adventure complete.
Tari and Ezra, are you heading in there too?
Yes,
All right, do you want me to move your token?
I can move it.
Ooh, a didgeridoo is within my price range.
Oh,
You-
okay. That's great. All right, so you all are sitting there in front of Evangelos, and he says, I understand that you slept well.
Yes, it was delightful,
And-
especially after being up all night before.
Yes, and may the gods praise this beautiful first day of the new year.
Yes. Is there some kind of greeting that you say for the new year?
We have
Happy New Year! What?
Well, our friend Photios has been. Ezra, and he keeps sitting on Dianominos' lap. I don't know why you're doing that, but
Wait,
Because she finds me oddly
Dianominos
appealing.
is
I knew
one
it
more
would happen.
elder.
no, he is right
So
above
if
you.
he should be cat a corner?
No, he's right. You're on top of him right now.
Are you? Is it
Or
dark?
he should up on my map.
That's fine.
Whatever.
No,
Just stay
I
where you
don't
are.
mind.
But
Come and have a seat, fish woman. I like it.
Excellent, Will. You're a fishmonger.
Exactly.
so.
I am.
So as I was saying about our celebration, we will be celebrating at midday as the sun hits the plinth. We will all. Photios has been collecting a fungus, a mushroom from the nearby forest, and we will all ingest this mushroom, and we will celebrate for the remainder of the afternoon for this grand, beautiful day.
A mushroom, you say?
Mushrooms, yes.
Mushroom. Do you have any here now, or are they all in the forest?
No, we have a stockpile of them for our grand celebration.
May we see those? At least a few.
Yes, and he says, Photios, bring forth the mushrooms. And you hear him kind of yell through the tent flap, and through the meat flap, you see Photios come, and he says, yes, sir. And here it is, and he hands it to him, and then runs out again.
Zombie, bring the chocolate syrup.
All right.
Can we do a nature check on these things?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do every
everyone's
check
do a nature
possible.
check on him.
I'm gonna. Can I inspire Lucky Lala with a poem? Because I feel like I haven't yet.
We're
Yeah.
going to turn Evangelist's tent into a drug lab, I think.
Yeah, so Lucky, you are inspired. Theodore, if you want to.
So that's a
Here is a poem called Nature is Everywhere. Nature is everywhere. Nature is everywhere you go. Everything that lives and grows is nature. Animals, big and small. Nature is plants that grow so tall. Nature is beautiful in every way. Wonderful, exciting. Needs our care. So listen, learn, and do your part, and keep nature beautiful forever. I'm pretty sure a child wrote that. It was the first Google response.
my favorite poem ever. That you've
I think
said.
your poems remind me of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
I love that poem.
Rocky and Bullwinkle, hey? I think I've got a new idea for a character.
Oh, God.
That would be amazing. Oh my god.
I am told D&D is bringing back the squirrel folk, so
Oh,
Bring
great.
it back.
So I got 21.
shit, the next
21 with that, yeah.
all squirrels.
You get a D6 with my inspiration.
Oh, D6, I did D4.
I don't know if you're gonna beat it a 3 though.
Yeah, that's kind of a risky
Same.
move. Hey! Nope.
Consistent
Was meant to be.
And you also, while you're thinking of that and being inspired, you also heard like this malicious kind of a voice say, Once two tribes feuded in might, gods the only common ground to soothe one and the other's spite. Wistful in thinking the two differing stories and outcomes either side is seeking, to persuade the crew an alliance they hoped to have grew.
Nice.
I wonder if Orcus is behind this.
You might get a sense that it might be Mogus.
Oh, Mogus, I meant.
Yeah, maybe.
Sorry
But anyway,
about
so you get the sense that this is a psychoactive but totally natural mushroom that they use to.
Psychoactive.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any Pink Floyd?
How often? Oh yes, you can.
I'm
Have
sure
more.
I could bust something out.
I asked Evangelist,
Pink Floyd was notorious for their didgeridoo music.
how often do you eat these mushrooms?
Well, we usually save them for the annual celebration, but I must warn you as you look into the nature and the trees, do not trust those trees. They do seem kind of shady.
Are they slim?
No, they seem seem shady. You guys, it's a joke. Do you guys not know jokes?
Oh,
Yes, we're very aware of
Is
jokes.
more sophisticated.
Okay, well, clearly these ones are too complicated for you
I might
anyway.
have said dodgy, but
I don't know. I just read a child's poem about nature.
true.
Next time, I'm going to be reading excerpts from Imzadi 2.
Okay, so anyway, back on topic. So, Dionominos, or you were asking, so Lucky, yeah, these seem like normal kind of psychoactive mushrooms.
Okay. I'm gonna
These look safe.
do one of them.
Dionominos, you did an Arcana check. You don't get a sense that these are magical. Well, they're kind of referred to as magic mushrooms, but they're not really magical.
They're not arcane magic.
Yeah, they're not arcane.
Oh, they're that
They're the
kind.
magic from a cow's butthole.
Right, so Theodore knows exactly what these are. Just
I did a bunch of these in the Nicotia.
Am I gonna eat these because this is the vegetarian option, and I'm gonna just be tripping?
I wish I had telepathy.
Tripping on hating women.
Every ability check except religion.
that's right.
Okay, so, well, we're very happy to participate in your ritual. I don't know whose turn it is. I'm just going to speak real quick. But we were wondering if we could perhaps go. We heard it tell of a volcano. Do we know the name of it? Did he say?
It is. There's only one volcano, which is in the central part of our island. Yes.
Yes.
It is just known as the volcano.
Yes. Do you think it would be possible for my friend Rex and I, and the rest of this crew, of course, to go there? And we heard tell of a tome in the middle of this volcano, and we would very much love to inspect that. We would be respectful and everything, but
After all, we were sent here by the gods.
that's true.
Really, the tome, as I understand it, as my forefathers told me, it describes the way of things. It is sacred, despite its distance from us, and it is inaccessible, you might say. And we do not go there. It seems to be a sacred and yet dangerous place.
Yes, but we were sent by the gods.
This is correct.
That
We're both auricular.
And then I have a cantrip I want to cast. I'm going to cast message, and
Okay.
I'll put that description up here real quick. I point my finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message to target, and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only I can hear. Although I assume since Evangelos is not familiar with magic, he would not necessarily know that. You can cast a spell through solid objects, blah, 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 blah. But I'm just going to whisper, I'm in your head right now. You should let us go.
So you're doing that to Evangelos?
Yes.
And
He's gonna just assume the mushrooms took effect early.
Yeah, that's exactly what. So he looks down at the handful of mushrooms. And he looks at you. And he looks down at the handful of mushrooms, and yeah, everything begins to kind of close in very slow. And he says, "Yes, your godliness. I think that would be wise." He says in his mind's eye or mind's voice, I guess. I don't know if he can send it back.
Yeah, no, he can reply. And I say, yes, thank you. And perhaps Romeo could be our guide. And the rest of the party is probably confused because this conversation was not one that they heard.
And he says, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo?
I think I saw him to the east.
Yes, don't let him eat the mushrooms. He has an allergic reaction to them.
Oh dear.
All right, Lucky, Ezra, and Tari, anything you want to do in this tent?
No.
Rockstar out.
Feeling good? Feeling good about the next steps?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, as you all set forth, so what's going on? So Romeo appears outside the tent, hearing his name called, and he says, "Oh, hello. I can take you in the direction of the volcano. Do you all have your gear about you? You will probably need it. It is a trek.
I think we are quite ready.
Okay, we may miss these celebrations. Is that okay with you?
I mean,
I'll take
are they
some of
worth
these mushrooms
saying?
for later.
It's hard for me to deny a celebration.
Perhaps we could get a little doggy bag. Perhaps a microdose.
Just microdosing it through the forest with all these creatures.
I've just read 2 books on the Amazon. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No, 100% alert.
Isn't that what Rexenor just does all the time?
He's just microdosing constantly.
That's what divination wizards are.
Yeah, pretty much.
No one actually.
Oh, man, like I see like really good things in the future, and I see like real bad things in the future, man. Like the dead show getting canceled because of some plague on the land.
All right. So, anything you guys want to do before you head out?
Mm,
I am
When-
prepared.
Yep. You got a little bit of some. What is it, psilocybin, whatever it's called. You guys some mushrooms. You got your equipment. You're ready to head out. It's early morning still.
I just say to Lucky Lala, "Hey, why don't we have a quick dance for the for Nylia's sake?"
Sure.
All right, and we start like
I play like
we start dancing around and playing our panpipe and flute.
I do a backflip.
Yeah. Oh my god, we just made the parade for this universe. No.
You guys are going like through there.
Yeah.
And y'all know that Romeo is doomed. He is
Yeah,
doomed.
he's totally fucked. Absolutely fucked.
I'm making it my mission that Romeo comes out of this alive and kicking.
Save the Romeo.
I do like Apostle's diagnosis of Romeo, though.
Okay, so you head out. You do your nice dance. Everyone's super pleased. Romeo must survive. That is why you're on this island. To save Romeo.
We're basically
Sir Juliet.
sleep here because we go from island to island, hoping each island will be the one that leads us home.
That's right.
Oh my god, you're right. No. Oh boy. Every time
Rexenor died on his way back to his home planet.
It all comes together.
He microdosed and fell down a pit.
Yeah, as you all continue on, Romeo with his slight limp continues on through the forest.
His name is Romeo Candide.
So as you head towards deeper into this central part of the. Sorry, I was just watching. All right, Romeo red shirt. No, he needs. He must survive. Remember, we just talked about that.
Change out of that red shirt, Romeo.
You walk past the guardhouse, and Analdios is like, "Goodbye, safe travels."
Goodbye.
Can I do that? Can I do the the arm grip thing?
Yes, do it. Okay, you can do it.
Well, see you later in the language of my people. Hasta
Yes.
la vista.
Get in the helicopter. No, the volcano, whatever. We call it the helicopter.
The
Do
chopper.
it. Get into it. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do we have Arnaldios with us when we go?
No. You stay here. Okay. this is-
No, Andy, you've made the critical mistake of making giving an NPC a good voice.
Yeah, you're stuck with him forever now.
I
We're
cannot
definitely
keep
inviting
silent.
him along.
Get out. Get out of my tribe. Go. Okay. Bye-bye. All right, and you guys head out and take off into the forest. It takes a while marching through, and as you all you see different ruins. There's these large buildings that really just the foundations are left of previous civilizations, perhaps generations ago, before the disaster that has befallen this island took a hold, where you can see that there was cities and towns and palaces even dotting the landscape, overgrown by forests.
Look
And
to Theodore and say, "We need to restore this." For Ephra.
I believe that some great curse has befallen these people. It is
Oh, no.
clear that the heights of civilization once reached them.
Do I notice if any of these are druid runes?
go ahead and do an investigation check.
Oops, investigation. Oh. Can I do my advantage?
Not with investigation. No, you just have Constitution.
Okay.
Can I investigate?
Yeah, anyone can investigate.
Can we see the map, or is it just black?
No.
Damn it, the fucking black. Oh wait. Oh, don't.
You're like
delete
the
it.
opposite of the Rolling Stones. You see a black map and you don't want it.
Can you all see now? Maybe.
No.
No, of course
I
not. Why would that be? Why would that happen?
Why would it make sense?
Well, is it on the corner? Nope.
Yeah, I've been like trying to scroll out and stuff.
No blackness.
I don't see it.
Now?
Still black.
Mm-mm.
Mhm. Maybe if you tap your head 3 times and spin in a circle.
Nothing.
Sorry, and he's not even smiling. It's bad.
I know, he's just like,
Rightfully so.
Hmm.
Fucking real funny.
Oh, I was tinkering with a thing called Tailspire. It's like a tabletop replacement piece of software. It's like a 3D, and you can have little models, and you can move them around, and you can build like castles and things out of. And the thing is, it all is made to look like painted models.
Oh,
It's
cool.
very interesting.
Nice.
Very cool.
It's like a website or just a program?
No, it is on Steam.
Ah,
I'll send the link here. It's really cool. I don't know if I can use it yet, but I want to.
yeah.
Probably see it now.
yeah, I found it.
Oh, good. 'Cause
Yay.
I just had to turn it back on, draw a little bit, turn it off again, turn it back on, turn it off, and then it worked. So that
Well,
That's-
it was easy, huh?
Ugh.
makes sense. Okay, so here we are.
Jeez, you should have done that the first time.
Wow.
Thanks.
And Lucky Lala dies.
Lightning comes out of the sky.
Apostle says that you all will have to kidnap Arnaldios and that he must never leave.
Well, yeah. He's gonna be
Pretty sure
our.
he's not-
Oh, I will.
Okay, so Investigation. Yeah, Lucky, you don't see shit. Dionominos and Ezrin, actually, you do see some runes. They're all really very faded. It's a kind of a wet climate. Nothing in particular that you see of use.
But I'm looking more for like an understanding of the past civilization that was here, archaeological kind of thing.
Okay, so archaeologically, it seems to be very similar to the rest of Theros. A very well-established civilization once lived here. You get the sense that the current people that you have been working with are descendants of such of a civilization.
Maybe Pompeii, like volcano.
Yeah.
You don't get that sense of a natural disaster, more of a decline and war.
To knock Titwan.
I do like how Tari always has a cat on her lap. Very fitting.
Very
Orange one too.
I know I need to get my kid and put him on my lap.
So, anything you guys want to do at this point?
Are we at the mountain, the volcano?
Nope, you are.
No, where's it?
You're in this ruined area.
I ask Rex, I say, do you detect any kind of magical presence here? Or anything that... What do you think led to this decline? Especially since the...
I guess insight.
Yeah, I was thinking that or Arcana.
I would love to explore these ruins and see
Better
also
Arcana,
the same.
but-
What do the gods tell you? All right. I'm going to do an Arcana check.
I like that Dionominos only talks to Rex, even though he's like one of 4 arcane casters.
What? Who else is an arcane caster? You are?
Ezrin and Theodore.
Nope.
Well,
I have no idea.
but
No.
Rexenor and I have a history. So he's like my buddy.
Yeah.
Those-
Anyone else?
Can I
So
roll
yeah, you don't get a sense that this area is particularly magical.
Mhm.
Even worse.
I'd like to find, look for any crystals or gems worth 100 gold.
Oh, yes, I do need gold.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
we didn't find any items, he said, I thought, right?
No, I didn't say that. You didn't find anything of historical importance.
Can I look? Can I search these ruins also?
Yeah. You can move your tokens as well.
Oh, yeah.
I would like to take a closer look.
Yeah.
So, Ezrin, go ahead and do an investigation check.
Okay. Another one, or just my first one count?
Oh, sorry. 21.
Anyone?
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking for?
A gem or crystal, or any other trinkets that could be useful.
Yeah. In the rubble that you are by, you do manage to find a small, a mid-sized gem that was buried underneath some dirt and rubble.
Ooh.
Yay, I take that.
Okay.
I would like to also look for gold. Or whatever.
Yeah. Did you do investigation already? No. Go
I did before, 19.
A
And
19.
you want another one?
You don't find any gold. You do find some flakes of gold. You know that this was a rich civilization, but no gold yet.
Okay. Oh. Do I have any idea who this temple was devoted to?
Do a religion check.
Oh. I don't think I've done one of those yet.
I would also like to get in on that. God, I'm rolling.
Nice.
I'm getting the Dionominos rolls today.
I know. You're getting the teeth. Terrible.
All right. So Dionomus got a 15. That's the highest.
I've been terrible today.
Yeah, Lucky got a 3. Ugh.
I don't think I've rolled over a 5.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Surprised you haven't raged quit. I would have.
You do get the sense, who was it? Dionomos, that this was a temple to Heliod.
Ooh.
God of Sun?
That god
Yes.
sounds like a total
Total
He's a
dude.
real
That's actually
bro.
awesome God.
bro. Exactly.
Totally.
I don't think he and I would get along very well if he were to come.
I
don't-
need Tari, what are you doing there during this time?
Tari is wandering around and trying to find either a rope or a balled up a ball or something to entertain herself.
You're just bored out of your mind.
Definitely.
Go ahead and do an investigation check.
You're gonna find like a ton of treasure or something. Nope.
No.
No balls.
Not
A
so
5.
much.
Yeah, no. The only no balls. No bulls. Sorry. None that you can find. Tari, as you continue to explore, looking for little like mats of whatever it might be, yeah, you find a skeleton holding a ball of yarn. The ball of yarn is cursed, and you can't stop playing with it. No, that is not what happens. That's what Apostle wants you to think. I need you to do. I'm going to move you further up, and I want you to do an investigation check. Investigation of 11. You hear some noise coming from the large tree-ish bush just to the right of the temple, but you're not really quite sure what it is. Ezrin, if you go up that way, I need you to do an investigation check as well.
Okay.
And 11, same kind of thing. You hear this like wrestling, this almost like a rattling. Not sure. And it perks your attention. You look that way, but you're distracted with your new shiny object. Lucky, as you're standing on top of the platform where this temple once stood, go ahead and do an investigation check.
Okay.
13, man, you guys are
I'm not
sucking
I'm
it up.
not tonight.
Finally, you're all kind of looking at this area, not quite sure what the hell's going on. And lo and behold, two snake-like creatures step out. And Romeo kind of gives a shudder and retreats further back behind you all as these two creatures begin to slither forward.
Does he scream like a girl?
He does
I hope
not. He
August?
says something very poetically in a Shakespearean type of tone, but he says, "No, please."
Oh, lo,
I don't know.
anon I have soiled my pantaloons.
Yes, that is exactly what he says. His pull pantaloons.
I gotta say, Romeo looks like he could kick the shit out of any of us.
That's true.
Yeah, he has no weapons. And as you know them, these mythical creatures out of the depths of time called the Untai step forward.
Ah.
And
You want
that is where we'll pick up next time.
No, we didn't get to fight today.
I mean,
Yeah, we go right into it next week, though.
Yeah, you do.
you want tea? That's what they are?
Yep.
Uh,
So we're playing next Wednesday?
maybe?
Is it Wednesday or Tuesday?
I thought somebody had something going on the 22nd.
I thought somebody.
It's my book club.
Oh yeah.
I can't do Tuesday.
Yeah, so Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
You want tea? I thought we left these behind in the Anarok Desert. No.
So the 21st.
Yes.
Next Wednesday.
I will hopefully be fully recovered from whatever happens with my second Pfizer shot.
Oh.
Yeah, I have mine that Thursday next week.
Your second or your first?
Second. And
Nice.
this is scheduled to get hers, I think, next Wednesday. So
First or second?
first one.
I have a Minotaur hat mark on my head.
Let me see.
Gonna see.
Mark of the Minotaur.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
No, it's painful.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
red. I've had my first shot. Woo!
Nice.
I have my second a week from Saturday.
Nice.
You have it a week
Well,
from Saturday?
I'm fully vaccinated.
Mine will
Nice.
be on
Nice.
Sunday. One second.
Joe and my brother and his wife had an appointment to get the Johnson & Johnson vaccine on Tuesday, and it was canceled.
Because
Yep.
they're recalling them or something, or
Yeah.
stopping them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better not to get that one.
I think it was a bad idea to stop it, but I understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see where they're coming from, but
Yeah, I had to calculate the percentage of cases, and it was 0.00009.
It's
Yeah.
like six people on the entire
funny,
planet.
there's 6 cases of blood clotting, and we shut down Johnson & Johnson. There are 30,000 gun deaths a year, and it's like,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it's yes. Look up. Yes, I don't want to get into it, but yeah, look up police brutality, and you're more likely to be killed by a police person.
you're more likely to be struck by lightning while getting beaten by a police officer.
Yikes.
Were the
That
blood
sounds
clots
so pleasant.
fatal? I know they killed it with one person.
What's that?
So
It
were the
was
blood-
6 people, and there was one person that died,
Yeah,
and
so
they were all women.
one death out of 7 million.
Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
I think
I mean,
they
Compared
were
to COVID,
like something with
More,
the
more, more people are likely to die of COVID now than
yeah.
that's true.
we'll see.
Roll the dice.
Stairs are as deadly as
On a
deer.
bright note, Ren Fair is coming back this summer.
Woohoo.
Really?
It's interested since we'll have vaccines.
Yeah, they posted that they are
How'd you get
hiring.
that last turkey leg too.
They're hiring.
Yeah, they're hiring for the season.
I don't know.
Oh shit! Apostle just made a really good point. We've got to keep Romeo away from stairs.
Holy shit!
Don't let them go up to the temple.
No, you stay there, Romeo. Somebody's got to stay behind.
Romeo's the key to solving the puzzle. We have to find Juliet, and it's just a magnetic force.
He's like this
Where-
really attractive leper.
Yeah. No, Amy, I'm going to disagree with you there because over the course of 3 days, 9 people die in Romeo and Juliet. So
Oh God.
Yeah.
Wherefore is he Romeo? Then we need to change his name.
Maybe Romeo and Juliet need to die in order for them to be like, whoa, this is too much. Our families are
Oh.
fighting. We need to stop it all.
What's the Greek version of that? I can't remember their names.
Pyramus and Thisbe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it could have been Pyramus. That would have been a lot better on us. Damn it.
Then we got to keep them away from walls.
I mean, yeah.
They had a glory hole thing going on, which nobody ever comments on.
That's hilarious. I never thought about it that way.
I have
It
no
just
idea.
occurred to me. It just occurred to me. Like, oh my God, Pyramus and Thisbe met at a glory hole. That's the most Greek thing ever.
If I ever start an adult theater, or bookstore, that's what I'm going to call it.
He
Pyramus
can't.
and
I've got word of healing, so he's gonna be fine.
He's gonna need
Hopefully.
a lot.
If we don't die, I mean, we have 2 Yuanti here. And I'm way too close to them. Shit.
Yeah, you're the closest, but you're up on a little.
Well,
You're
nobody
fine.
used poison on them.
Yeah.
Use your goat abilities of jumping or whatever it is.
I can dance. I can jump.
If you want to.
I can sing.
I can.
Yikes. She looks.
Yeah, they're freaky deeks.
Can I play the piano anymore?
Of course you can.
Well, I couldn't before.
Romeo must survive.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have no other goal in life now.
That's fucking hilarious. Romeo is just straight, according to Apostle, is just straight out of Monty Python.
Yeah, exactly.
He's allergic to peanuts.
We're fighting Yon T.
He's allergic to peanuts, and we have to go to the peanut plantation next.
Oh,
So
no.
because he's so fragile, he just like
You need to
keeps
bring a
up all the
bubble
time?
suit.
I cast EpiPen.
Bubble boy.
I didn't even look at him though. I mean, this is a hunk of man meat.
He's a hunk of
Yeah.
mammy. Look at that mustache.
That's the
Holy
whole
cow.
It's like
thing about it.
African American James from Twin Peaks with that forehead.
Oh yeah. He's-
He looks
I
like a
mean-
paint. Great.
It's just so bad or so sad that he has so many afflictions and just can't.
I know.
I know.
Dost thou even lift, bro?
He's like the Theodore Roosevelt of this tribe, I think.
Yeah,
He's like, I was born with all these shitty conditions, so I'm gonna just make up for it. But
that's right. Oh man.
anyway,
Well, good game, guys. Good game.
Nah, this was fucking fun.
Good role
I
play.
know,
You guys
it's
are
Saved all my
great.
good rolls for next week.
What's that?
I saved all my good rolls for next week.
That's right.
so,
That's right. I mean, if
It's
you're gonna
fucking
waste your
worse.
rolls on role play, you might as well, right?
Hey,
You
I
should
still got my 2 portrait rolls, so
check out the video for that. Oh gosh, what was it? Spire Tail or something? Tail Spire.
Tailspire.
hey,
Yeah, it's really cool looking. I'm trying to figure it out. It's in early access.
have any of you played Skyrim?
Skyrim.
No.
Look up the Jesus mod for Skyrim on YouTube.
Jesus mod?
He's got a cross as like a 2-handed weapon, and he's like decapitating all the like Imperial soldiers who look like Romans.
You should look up, if you're gonna do that, look up Donkey playing who he installs like hundreds of awful mods for it, and it's like the Thomas. He replaces the dragons with Thomas the Tank Engine, and he plays this. He plays this. You just hear like hoot hoot.
Oh my god, this is really neat.
The Tailspire is really cool. I'm trying to figure it out.
So it's like you can do it with other people online, or how does it work? I assume.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
the
know.
part.
I think everyone has to own it or something, but we'll figure it out. I'm trying to. I tried recreating Elshin's cave for cool people. Elshin's cool cave for cool people in it. So we'll see. Let me look up Donkey Skyrim, and that'll be my last.
This is like super intense. Like really.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah, it's. I love that
Well,
when you try to
everyone
walk.
appears to be.
So essentially, you're playing Robot Chicken.
Oh, the best thing! No, the best thing is the figures look like they're hand painted. They look like it, and like if you emote with them, they just wobble like if you picked it up and wobbled it.
I want to recreate my Zauber Chubbins figure with this.
But it's even cooler. Like if you put lights in the world, they flicker like an LED bulb.
Oh, cool.
The whole thing looks like models. It's really really cool.
That's really cool.
Cat butt.
He likes you.
How much? Yeah, if you look into this one, it's like you should let us know.
I mean, in like 5 years, D&D is gonna play so much different.
Definitely.
In theory, that'll be
The
the
models of this Roll20
Whatever you're looking for, it's gonna be all online.
VR.
Yeah.
Edition 6 will be out. Is that what you're saying? Ian?
That'd be cool
Yeah.
if it was a VR version where you like shoot real fireballs and like.
Problem is if you die in VR D&D, you die in real life. Like Panic was real.
It's like a movie.
Not too bad.
It's all fake. Everything's fake. All right, I'm gonna go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna head out too, guys. Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good night. Adios.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
All right, Apostle. Thanks again for hanging out. I don't know why my chat thing isn't working, but anyway, yeah, we'll see ya. Have a fantastic night. Adios. Auf Wiedersehen.